Hi everyone, and welcome to episode 98 of Serenova Crafts. I'm your host Jessica. I can be found as Serenova on Ravelry and Twitter, and as Serenova Crafts on Instagram. You can find the show notes for today's episode in my Ravelry group or on my blog. You can also join my Ravelry group or join the Facebook group. Links down below if you're watching on YouTube. If you're a new viewer, thank you very much for checking me out. If you are a returning viewer, I very much appreciate you coming back. For returning viewers, you will notice I am back in our second bedroom, which has become even more chaotic due to the holiday season. I worked probably 50 hours last week, at least, so I haven't had time to really clean up or anything. So as the weeks go on, this room will actually get better. The background, I promise, will get better. I had yesterday and today off, which... thank goodness, because between last week, which I didn't get an episode out, as you probably didn't notice, and Christmas Day, I didn't have a day off. And I was just nonstop, and then I worked Monday, and then I had yesterday and today off. So I've just been kind of relaxing. I know I need to clean up and everything. Obviously, this background is complete chaos, but I needed that kind of mental break. So anyways, it is actually the 4th day of Hanukkah today, so happy Hanukkah to everyone. I hope everyone who celebrated Christmas had a good Christmas this past Sunday, and I'll wish you an early Happy New Year because my next episode won't be out until 2017. I think because I've missed a few weeks here and there, that my second podiversary will end up being like my 100th episode or something like that. It'll be close, because I did start this podcast in January of 2015. Yes. 2015. I started in January of 2015 because I just started working at Amazon when I started this podcast. I'm no longer with Amazon, but that's something else entirely. So in January, it'll be my second anniversary for running this podcast, and I think it's kind of funny that it's working out to be about 100 episodes. I've decided I'm going to give a giveaway of each of my patterns, and I will open a thread. I'll just pick 2 people from the thread, 1 for each pattern, and do that. I'll probably also give away a couple of pattern credits. I haven't quite decided on that yet though. But I'll make an announcement about everything in the 100th episode, and then I'll do 2 weeks for people to enter, and then I'll do the draw on the 102nd episode. So I'm hitting triple digits on my podcast. Always good. So, like I said, things have been super busy. I've actually managed to get some knitting done. I started a whole slew of new projects because I came down with starteritis hard. And with the holiday season and work, I just needed a distraction, so I ended up casting on a whole bunch of stuff. Sorry, I saw the yarn, I'm like, what yarn is that? Oh, that's my Rhinebeck yarn. That's my yarn from Rhinebeck that I haven't done anything with. It needs to be put away. But anyways, last week, actually, I received a very lovely package. I'm just going to go right into, stash, and then I'll talk about projects, because I have it sitting right here, and I want to say thank you to the person who sent it to me. So the very, very lovely Books on the Shelf sent me a package through Amazon, and they sent me yarn. So I would like to say a very public thank you for that. I do appreciate it. I'm going to have to figure out what to do with it, because I haven't actually worked with singles very much, at least with this yarn. This is Darn Good Yarn Silk Cloud. It's 300 yards of single ply, and it's a fingering weight, and it's a very nice and pretty greenish purple with a little bit of pinkish tones in it. I'm thinking I might crochet myself a scarf with it, but I haven't yet decided. I feel like it should be open work of some kind, especially because it's silk, so something light and airy. So I'm thinking lace. Haven't quite decided what lace yet, but I'm thinking lace. And then they sent me a second skein, which was very, very sweet of them. And this is Kaleidoscope Banana Fiber Yarn. It's 100 grams, 70 yards. It's a hand spun, but it's just this kind of it's like that recycled sari silk stuff. So this might be an accent or something, or I might do something small with it, or I need to decide. This looks to be about a sport or DK weight. It's pretty thick compared to the other one, which is a fingering. So comparing the two, you can see the thickness in the yarn. So, I'm still trying to decide what to do them, but Books on the Shelf, thank you very much. I really do appreciate that. It was absolutely lovely of you to send that to me. I did get a bunch of holiday stuff as well. I did a Secret Santa exchange at my LYS. And the person who got me gave me this very cute project bag. I stuffed a whole bunch of stuff in here so you could see it because it's been folded up for a while, so it was all wrinkled. You can see it's a very cute holiday pattern. I think it's adorable. It's actually a very big handle on it, but that's okay. There's no name on it, so I think they might have made it themselves, but I have no idea who gave me this. So whoever you were, thank you. And if you watch my podcast, yay, I love it. I really do like it. It's really cute. And I just think the animals are adorable. And it's actually a boxed bottom, so it actually should stand up. Yay, it stands, because I had to move some stuff on the desk. But yay, it stands up. So, let's see. And then, I got a whole bunch of cards and stuff from people and all this other stuff. My Rhinebeck bag from last year. I did get some yarn to start another ohm because I'm crazy like that. I'm going to do 2 ohm shawls. But I also started another daybreak for my mom, so I'm still in the first section. But as you can see, it's much bigger than my other daybreak because this is out of worsted and my daybreak is out of fingering. So this is going to be for my mom, so I have the deadline of finishing this for the last weekend in February when I'll be at Spa in Freeport, Maine. So I started that for mom, got the yarn. That's going to be her contrast color, so it's 2 purples. It's like a deep purple and then a light purple because my mom really likes purple. I haven't done too much work on my daybreak, so I'm not going to show it to you guys. But I did start another ohm shawl. I have both of them actually shoved in my project bag because this is actually a really nice big bag, and now I currently have 2 shawls in here because they're the same pattern, so I just have them all together. So my first ohm shawl is actually progressing quite nicely. I'd say I'm actually almost halfway done at this point. Here it is. The color work I'm going to have to really block because it's pulling in compared to everything else. The Fair Isle's pulling in. But I think it'll block out nicely, and I am quite happy with the colors. I think it's coming out beautifully. It's a nice knit pearl pattern. The center part just flies because I'm not going to spoil much because it's a paid pattern, but this section's a 4-row repeat, and it goes really quickly. And I don't think that's spoiling much or giving much away on the pattern. So I'm really happy with it and how it's coming out. Of course, it's going to need a blocking because it is like basically stockinette. But it's going to be nice, and it is quite wide enough to keep me warm. As you can see, the width, even unblocked, is basically of my torso. So I am really happy with how big it'll be when it is finished. And the second one I started, because of course I started the second one, is a mixture of this nice and knit worsted. There it is, nice and knit worsted with Madelinetosh. Because my OIS got in a shipment of Madelinetosh and I caved. Because who's going to say no to Madtosh, right? Like, So here we go. I've just gotten to the color work section on this one. This one's slightly wider because I went up a needle size compared to this one. So this one's on a US 7. This one's on a US 8. And so I have 2 skeins of Tosh Vintage and 1 skein of Tosh DK. And that middle dark color is actually red-ish. It's closer to like a maroon or a reddish purple. Who's texting me? Oh, my friend. My friend's sick again. I'm going to go see her in the hospital as soon as I'm done recording. I will text her back as soon as I'm done because she's asking me, what time are you getting here? So, this is the second one. As you can see, I've just started the color work, but it should fly pretty well. I'm making sure that I'm doing the color work nice and loose compared to the other one so that I don't have that pull-in problem that I had. But here it is. So I have 2, and this one's going to be nice and wide and squishy as well, as you can see. So that is basically what I've been working on. Because work has been so crazy, I've just been like coming home and just crashing. I haven't really been knitting at home. I've been knitting on my breaks, and Monday was the textbook day of I knit so I don't kill people, because I was not a happy camper on Monday. It's not my manager's fault. My manager is a very lovely person. We just simply didn't have the hours available to schedule more people, and it was the day after Christmas, and it was chaos. I started crying at one point. Yeah, it was a good day. It was a good day. And lastly, well, not lastly, but Kevin got me a couple of things. He did, actually, I got Pokemon Sun from my friend Justin, our friend Justin. He's actually our DM for our D&D game. Gave me Pokemon Sun. So I've been playing that since last night when I got the game and I opened it. But Kevin did give me, even though like my new computer was his holiday present to me, he gave me this Star Trek Beyond book, which is basically all about like how they made things in the movie and interviews with the cast, and like behind the scenes looks at props and all that stuff. Because if the project bag wasn't a giveaway, I might be a bit of a Star Trek nerd. So I'm very happy with that. And Monday night, actually, I went and saw the Maccabees, which is a Jewish a cappella group. It's all men, and they sing a cappella, and they are pretty famous. Which one's their most recent album? I bought all their albums. I think this one is their most recent album. I'm going to rip all of these to my iTunes. So this is the Maccabees, One Day More. They're actually, like, really good. And they really became famous a few years ago with their video Candlelight, which is actually a spoof of, I cannot remember what pop song it is, but it was a really popular, like, chart-topping pop song at the time, and they spoofed it and made this really awesome Hanukkah video. I will post a link in the show notes to the YouTube video, to their official music video. I'm going to make a note on that. Post a link to Maccabees Candlelight. So I remember to do that for you folks. And I will also put in the video I recorded of them singing it at the concert on Monday night. The concert was sponsored by the Jewish Federation of New Hampshire and the local Chabad in Manchester, and it was at the Palace Theatre. And the Palace Theatre, actually, I'd never been to before, so I never think to go to Manchester for shows. But the Palace Theatre is a historic theater built in 1914. It first opened in 1915, so it's just over 100 years old. And it was actually abandoned for a few decades in the 60s and 70s, and then it's slowly been restored over time, and they now hold concerts there. Again, the acoustics are wonderful, but they're pretty much nosebleed seats. Like, the bleachers are, like, super, like, you're like climbing a ladder to get to your seats. It's steep. But it's small, but it's not small, because they could fit almost 850 people in there, and actually it was just a sold-out crowd. They couldn't fit any more people in. There was like overflow people in the lobby watching on monitors because they couldn't fit everyone in. So that was really nice. So I think that's about it. Like I said, I will include the video. I made a recording of them, and then I will also include the link to both their music video for Candlelight and their website. And I'm just under 15 minutes, which seems to be how I'm running for my episodes recently. Obviously, you don't have to watch the music video. You can just stop right now, or once I've said goodbye. No, you are not required to watch. But I think that's going to be all. Expect some more crafting from me. Excuse me, I'm tired. Expect some more crafting from me in the fairly near future, because I will have something called free time again. I basically, excuse me, have not had free time between Christmas and Monday. So now that I have something called free time again, I should be able to knit a bit more, and my podcast schedule should go back to being more regular. However, I am going to be starting some classes to earn some certificates to get like better job opportunities. So my podcasting day might change. It might end up on a Tuesday or a Thursday. It really depends, but we'll see how it goes. But expect that episodes will be back more regularly, and expect more knitting content in the future. Because I feel like I've kind of been letting you guys down for the last couple of months, but I can only do so much. There's only so many hours in the day, and I can only be awake for so many of them. So anyways, I hope everyone had a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, and I hope everyone has a very happy New Year. And I will see you in 2017. Bye!
Off England, Manchester. I mean the New Hampshire, Manchester. You guys. The loudest round of applause for Mr. Singer, for Sarit, for Chabad, for the Federation, for Adam, the whole staff here. Thanks to everybody. Check. Look at that, they woke up, guys. Condition number 2 is that everybody who can, please stand up and join us for this last number. And let's get the house lights on. Let's see these beautiful people. Oh, there they are. Easiest way to get a standing ovation at the end of the show. You know what I'm talking about? And then condition number 3. I'll be square with you, I'll be honest. We've done this song hundreds, if not thousands of times over the past few years. And to be perfectly honest, each time is better than the last, because fans like yourselves, crowds like yourselves, they sing along, they make it great, they send us off strong. So, New Hampshire, Manchester, everyone here, do we have a deal? Are we all gonna sing along?
Yeah!
I don't think so. I said, Manchester, do we have a deal? We took a red eye yesterday to get to Denver. We took another red eye to get from Denver back here, and then we have another flight tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. out of JFK, okay? So we're gonna leave it all out on the stage for you today. I said, Manchester, do we have a deal?
Yeah!
Let's do this, it's gonna be fun. And Adam, crank it up to 11. Let's get a noise violation up in this place, all right? I'll tell a tale, Maccabees in Israel, when the great tragedy will sail, but it was all to no hotel, yeah, going on and on and on, until the mighty Greeks were gone, yeah.
I put my knockers in the air sometimes, saying hey, oh, spin the dreidel. Just wanna celebrate for all 8 nights, singing hey, oh, light the candle. We say a BC, oh yeah, for all 8 nights. Then we play dreidel by the candlelight. And I told you once, now I told you twice, about the miracle of the candlelight. Feel, here I'm strong, I pay for real. Maccabees, they never heal.
They chop the embers for the shield.
Yeah, so going on and on and on, until the mighty Greeks were gone. Yeah, I put my latkes in the air.